I'm Mark Mullins in Austin. The primary runoff election is right around the corner. Texans are deciding who will be the Republican nominee in the U.S. Senate race. The incumbent Senator John Cornyn is being challenged by Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton. The winner of the runoff will advance to go head-to-head with the Democratic State Representative James Tallarico in November. KVUE's Daniel Perot attended Paxton's campaign event in Dripping Springs on Thursday.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton came to this event in Dripping Springs, riding high on the momentum of President Donald Trump's endorsement earlier this week. He's focused on the runoff election next week, but he's also looking ahead to the general election in November.
I don't see why we would return John Cornyn for his fifth term.
Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton is framing his campaign as a challenge to the political establishment.
Despite all the money, despite all the lies, we are going to hold you accountable and we're going to take it back.
While speaking to supporters in Hays County, Paxton touted his experience as Attorney General and said Senator John Cornyn has been in office for too long.
Take any 2 weeks that I've been Attorney General except Christmas and Thanksgiving, and I will have accomplished more in 2 weeks, any 2 weeks, than he's accomplished in 42 years.
Paxton slamming Cornyn for working with Democrats and for comments that he's made in recent years that were critical of President Trump.
I don't believe John Cornyn is a true conservative. I believe that Ken Paxton is.
Daniel Vega says that he's looking for a fresh face to represent Texas in the U.S. Senate.
For us as Texans, and especially as constituents, we need somebody that's able to deliver on their promises, and we need somebody that's willing to shake things up in D.C.
Some Republicans worry the scandals following Paxton, like indictments, impeachments, affairs, and divorce, could make him a liability in November.
Everything we built here is at risk if Ken Paxton's the nominee and loses to James Tallarico.
His supporters don't buy it.
Every candidate has problems in the past. I'm worried about what are you doing and what are you doing for it. We forgive.
In a runoff that's reflected broader divisions within the Republican Party, Paxton's been outspent 10-1, but he's hoping runoff voters, who tend to be more conservative, will break his way.
Don't just vote. Get your family out to vote. Get your friends out to vote. We can win this with people.
Daniel Perot, KVUE News, Dripping Springs.
Meanwhile, in the Texas governor's race, the Democratic candidate, State Representative Gina Hinojosa, campaigned in Austin on Thursday with a focus on affordability for Texans. Hinojosa wants Governor Greg Abbott to push the federal government to refund billions of dollars the state spent on Operation Lone Star, an operation to secure the border launched during the Biden administration. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act, which President Donald Trump signed into law last July, includes $13.5 billion in border security reimbursements for states. Texas is set to get $11 billion of that, but federal agencies have not opened the application to process those funds yet. Hinojosa claims Governor Abbott has not done enough to collect it. She also argued the money could help Texans facing higher costs for things like groceries, electric bills, property taxes, and insurance.
We are coming up upon the summer months. During this summer, parents struggle with affording child care while school is out. We know electricity bills skyrocket during summer months in our hot summers in Texas. That is money that Texans could use now. $11 billion go a long way.
We reached out to Governor Abbott's campaign for comment this afternoon. In a statement, the campaign's press secretary wrote in part that Democrats are, quote, trying to turn a border crisis they created into a political talking point for Texans, and that Operation Lone Star was the only thing standing between chaos and our communities, end quote. KVUE continues to follow new developments after the chaotic shooting spree over the weekend in Austin. Today, we learned the 17-year-old who was arrested on Sunday faces 5 new criminal charges. According to court documents, Christian Mondragon now faces 2 charges of unauthorized use of a vehicle, gun theft, and burglary of a building. He had already been charged with aggravated assault and evading arrest. Police say he and 2 other teenagers were involved in 12 shootings which hurt 4 people and 5 car thefts. Police haven't released the other 2 suspects' names due to their ages. Mondragon is currently being held without bond. A New Braunfels man is facing more than 70 charges after being accused of poaching multiple deer. According to Texas game wardens, 55-year-old Darrell McGuire is accused of illegally killing at least 13 white-tailed deer across Bexar, Como, and Hays counties. In 2025, multiple white-tailed buck carcasses were discovered in Como and Hays County neighborhoods. Several crossbow bolts were found on front yards and porches. And in September, a search warrant uncovered evidence wardens say linked McGuire to multiple poaching schemes. In total, wardens accuse McGuire of taking 5 more deer than the annual bag limit in Bexar County, as well as illegally killing at least 8 in residential neighborhoods. An innovative and beloved sculpture in Austin's Pease Park has been destroyed in a fire. Pictures are going viral on social media showing Malin the troll burned to the ground. Austin fire officials say it burned down on Thursday morning. KVUE's Jessica Cha spoke with the team that brought the sculpture to Austin about how they're picking up the pieces.
All that's left of Malin the troll is ash and debris.
It's just gone. That's unbelievable.
According to the Austin Fire Department, around 5:30 a.m. Thursday, someone noticed the beloved sculpture that was built by the community in 2024 up in flames.
Oh, that's a good chunk. I loved it because it was just massive and it was cool. I don't really know the meaning behind the troll, to be honest, but definitely not happy that it's gone.
But Lynn Dobson does know the meaning behind it. She and her husband helped commission it in 2022.
She was a beacon of peace and love and serenity.
And this loss of Malin is personal to her. She and her husband Greg got the idea to bring the troll to Austin after seeing 5 other installations of it.
We all banded together. We didn't do anything by ourselves. We just had the crazy idea, and then we sort of approached it. And so, yeah, I feel sad.
Dobson says Malin wasn't just a sculpture, but a labor of love. Over the course of 3 weeks, Danish creator Thomas Dambo and 150 volunteers built her piece by piece.
It was really fun, and we made friends, and everybody that worked on her made friends with each other. She was a uniter.
And now they're coming together once again to clean her up. And Dobson says this won't stop them from bringing art to public places.
It's not the troll we mourn, but the symbol that she stood for, because love and art is stronger than anything else.
Dobson says it's too early to tell, but they may replace the spot Malin stood with a memorial. And in the end, what Malin created couldn't be burned away. In Austin, Jessica Cha, KVUE News.
The Texas Workforce Commission released its annual report showing how much money a family needs to make in order to be self-sufficient. According to the commission, the wage is meant to show the minimum employment earnings needed for a family of about 4 to meet basic living needs without public or private support. Statewide, a family would need to make at least $74,000 per year to be self-sufficient. The wages are also calculated for each county in Texas. In our area, the counties needing the highest annual wages are Travis and Williamson counties, requiring more than $80,000 per year. Mason and Llano counties cost the lowest, with Mason County the only county costing under $60,000. That'll do it for us here in Austin, and we hope you have a great day.